We have a couple things to say regarding the Galaxy S20 family, and if you live in the US, stick around till the end and I'll show you how you can reserve your next Galaxy from the Unpacked event and save $35. So we know the Galaxy S20 Ultra will be able to record true 8K videos. It has the required number of pixels in the 108 megapixel main sensor, but we weren't sure how the regular S20 and S20 Plus will do it since their main lens is 12 megapixels. It turns out they'll use a 64 megapixel telephoto camera to also shoot 8K. But won't the videos be cropped in then? You know, because it's supposedly an optical zoom lens with 3 times optical zoom, and the only way to seamlessly transition and not jump between two fixed points like 1x, which is no zoom, and 3x zoom, is to use moving lenses, like with a real camera or with this Samsung device from 5.5 years ago, which obviously isn't the case here. So what's happening according to Ice Universe, they'll use the extra pixels from the 64 megapixel sensor to crop in like digital zoom and achieve this 3 times zoom. So this means the lens will be physically fixed at 1x zoom, and from there it will crop in to digitally zoom to achieve 3 times optical and 30 times digital zoom. But that doesn't really make sense unless we rename the 3 times optical to 3 times lossless zoom, because with this many pixels to begin with, zooming in 3 times will still give us a good number of pixels in the final image so that we don't enlarge the final image pixels and amplify the noise in them. So the results will look good like optical zoom, but it isn't doing optical zoom. That is, unless there are 2 different fixed focal lengths here, 1x for 8K recording, and from there you can losslessly zoom until you reach the 3x mark, and then the camera will transition to the other fixed focal length to give you a true 3 times optical zoom, and then again it will zoom digitally until 30x. I'm not even sure if there is enough space for this inside the camera module because it isn't a periscope system, but we'll see. Regarding the main cameras, for 2 years now they used to have a dual aperture opening. This lets more light in low light conditions and less light in daylight for better images. But this is going away with the S20 series. I guess they found another way to produce the same or better quality images without the dual aperture. Also, the S20 Ultra will lose the dual pixel autofocus, probably in favor of some laser autofocus. Of course, they wouldn't drop something like this from the Ultra unless they have something better in mind. And speaking of the Ultra, it could have a stainless steel frame like the premium iPhones. And that makes sense because the Ultra costs an Ultra price, and stainless steel is more scratch resistant than aluminum, but it's also heavier. Oh, and the main sensor of the Ultra is going to be awesome. It shoots with almost no delay and can shoot HDR, which wasn't possible before with that many pixels. So good job, Samsung. I'll keep you updated, so consider subscribing with notifications on. Alright, if you live in the US, you can visit this link in the description, enter in your details or sign in with your Samsung account and continue. By doing this, you basically reserve yourself a spot for pre-ordering the next Galaxy devices and possibly early shipping. They also send you this email saying you get a $35 credit toward eligible purchases and special trade-in values. You can cancel your subscription to this newsletter later anyway by clicking a link, so I don't see a reason why you shouldn't sign up for this even if you don't really plan on pre-ordering the devices. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.